Number 5. A sunny July in New York, second coat of plaster is being laid on to this very wall. I imagine her gracefully working her trowel on the wall, plaster, and smoothly spreading it with all her 7 years of work experience. She doesn't even stop to wipe off the sweat on her face until it drips down to her jaw. She finishes only to step back and see a glorious wall, perfectly plastered with minimal undulations. She takes her toolbox and walks away. But just as she turns her back to walk away, the summer breeze hits the wall, and pop! The plaster piles up and a bubble builds. Minuscule. Hours pass by, bubble unnoticed. It dries just the way you see now, and here we have a blemish unnoticed for years. A beautiful imperfection that nature made happen on a summer day. A finite yet infinite set of events throughout the history of the universe made this very moment happen. The indentation of the trowel is evident around the bump. Maybe she wasn't that perfect after all. Or I'm entirely wrong, and maybe it was just almost a microscopic dust particle stuck on the wall from ages ago after the first coat of paint. A few years ago, when they were painting a second coat, nobody bothered to really clean it. A bump, a bitty yet monotonous irregular circle juxtaposed with surprisingly straight lines. Eyesore for every perfectionist, haven for me. Imperfections make me comfortable, like the comfort I get from eating cereal with warm milk on cold days. Weird, I know. But I really don't know why. When I looked at this little bump, I felt like going and checking if I have milk and cereal left in the refrigerator. Cereal with milk always feels blah, doesn't it? Like, if it's just milk, plain and simple milk, technically has no taste to it, barely. In fact, in the US, having milk alone is considered a weirder thing than pineapple on pizza. Milk alone is considered insane behavior. And then you add a small ingredient like flakes of corn, and it suddenly is the most eaten breakfast. I mean, if you didn't have that tiny bump on the wall, would I really be paying attention to this part of the wall at all? Milk and cereal reminds me. Milk and cereal also is a lame song by the band G-Love and Special Sauce. It was popularized by a viral internet video of two men lip syncing to this song. It's incredibly boring, repetitive, and slightly homosexual. This represents a time when the internet sucked and was filled with unhumorous crap like this that only idiots fawned over. The lip syncing sessions goes on for nearly 3 minutes and is impossible to sit through unless you're completely retarded. But let's get back to the real thing, real milk and cereal. There's something really comforting about the sound of milk being poured into a bowl of crunchy cereal. It's like they're made for each other. And in many ways, they are. It's a combination that when you add some fruit in a drink gives you balance of hydration, vitamins, minerals, protein to give you a great start to the day. And we're all aware of the debate. We're all probably heard it at some point in our lives. Does the milk go first or does the cereal go first? So I poured the milk first today and I will say that it is definitely helpful that you save a lot of liquid left over after you eat your cereal. It was just the right amount of milk for my honey nut Cheerios, which is good because I needed to start doing smaller portions. And it's not good to be wasteful. Still, pouring the cereal first is still my jam. But that doesn't mean I won't occasionally try to think outside of the box. No warming my milk though, except on scarily cold days. Now, contemplate this over a cup of coffee.